Estamos online, estamos online. Vamos terminar a quest, né? A gente matou lá o deus, que eu esqueci o nome lá, o tal do... as cobras de água lá, maluca, né? Eu não terminei a quest, vamos terminar agora. Vamos ver o que que dá.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng funeral parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before.
Fala, cachorro, Vitor, cachorro. Bora jogar, mano.
Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble. We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
Porra, vou ter que ir lá na PQP agora. Caramba, quanta gente aqui, hein? Contador de contos. Dá uma olhadinha, né? Vai que tem alguma coisa por aqui em algum lugar. Não. Ih, estão tretando aqui. Vamos lá.
You call this cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that.
Ih, carai.
Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you're also one of the Harbingers?
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
Caralho, hein, Vitor, mas você é um cachorro, hein, mano? Pelo amor de Deus, hein, mano? Pra que dormir, mano? Bora jogar, velho.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here.
Boa noite, D12. Beleza, mano?
You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The no...
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For...
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Geo?
Beleza, D12. E aí, Vitor?
No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky and all of Lyra goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Caramba, hein? Agora que você não vai mais jogar mesmo, né? Um cachorro. Quer dizer, é mais fácil eu jogar com o cachorro do que com você, né?
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Pô, mas o seu cachorro vai chegar da onde, velho? Ele tava viajando, mano? Ai, caralho, presta atenção aqui na história, mano.
Wait, what?
What?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. I witnessed the founding of Liyue, together with the Adepti 3,700 years ago. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You've finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart.
Caramba, hein, Vitão? Aí sim, hein?
Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer.
Cara, eu tô com uma preguiça de votar amanhã, mano. Putz, velho. Que merda, mano.
So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Childe, the Adepti, and the Liyue Chising to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue. Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right. which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Lilith back under control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Leo matured when faced with the death of its deity.
I was pleasantly surprised with the finale of the show that you all put on. Why, you even deserved an encore. The Adepti deserve the greatest applause, considering their years of seclusion. They hardly recognized the city, yet faced with such a crisis, they exerted the greatest amount of restraint. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Chising, but in the end, they even tried to understand the heart of the people. And hats off to the emissary dispatched by the Cryo Archon to fulfill our contract, Signora. She managed to keep everything she knew in strict confidence, far from the eavesdropping ears of her colleague Childe, just as I had requested. All the while, I carried on as Zhongli, and fulfilled the traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for walking that path with me, Traveler. These things were all a part of my script. The only unforeseen plot twist was the conduct of the Liyue Chising. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything.
If you hadn't created the pressure of the battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, Liyue would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Fala, senhor Arthur. Beleza?
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Eu só tô achando que essa senhora aí vai ser uma boss, hein?
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Ô louco, o cara tá pistola aqui, hein? O cara pistolou.
Do as you wish.
Ô louco.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
E caralho. E aí, mano? Eu lembro que tinha um baú aqui em cima. E ele resetou. Não, não resetou não. Não é nada não. Ô, Cacilda. Deixa quieto. Bora. Não baixou? O que não baixou? O jogo não baixou, Arthur? Não baixou o que? A atualização, o jogo? Oxe, eu saí aqui.
Today's the day of the rite of party.
Como assim? Eu tava lá em
Although
cima,
the
pô.
star of the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to organize it. It would be a real shame not to go there now.
Ué, mas como assim não baixou o jogo? Você não conseguiu baixar o jogo, mas por quê? Qual o motivo? Você tentou baixar no celular? Siga a estrada até o terraço. Eu acho que eu vou fazer merda. Minecraft, cara, eu não consigo, sinceramente, eu não consigo jogar Minecraft, cara. Na boa. Mas eu não entendi, ô Arthur, por que não baixou o jogo? Como assim não baixou o jogo? Pegar umas florzinhas. Celular, esse jogo aqui depende mesmo do celular, mano. Dizem, eu não sei, mas dizem que o jogo ele é bem pesadinho, hein? Pra celular, né? E realmente pode ser, né? Porque aparenta ser um jogo pesado. O que eu tenho que fazer aqui? Eu tenho que falar com esses caras, é isso mesmo?
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Caramba, mas você não conseguiu baixar por causa da internet?
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
Tem internet de quanto?
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very possible indeed. I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked, black-hearted scoundrel. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say first.
pegar mais umas plantinhas aqui, porque farmar nesse jogo é importantíssimo. Vou pegar uma florzinha aqui, uma florzinha ali. Não vou falar com a venha não. Deixa eu ver. Pro que interessa, né?
Oh, well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
Olha o nome do cara, mano. Daja dos pés grandes. O cara não tem pé grande, mano. O outro ali tem um pé maior, carai.
So Rex Lapis is really... But they didn't catch the culprit, did they?
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think? I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything. There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank. I think they called him Child.
Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious. Who knows what those greedy, crooked folks...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
Tá bom. Ouça o anúncio do inimigo. Vamos lá.
Hear ye all, the Chising's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Falou, não falou nada.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Chising's announcement said.
Eu também preciso de ajuda, porque eu não entendi bosta nenhuma. Sei lá, mano.
So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot. Could the Chising already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything. Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look.
E lá vamos nós. Cadê o Victor? Morreu? Já morreu de novo? Vamos lá, deixa eu pegar uma... Não, já peguei a plantinha daqui, né? Então... Ô burro. Não é pra escalar não, caralho. Deixa eu ver. E aí, pessoas?
Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing.
Keqing.
Are there speeches over?
Cara, que estranho, mano. O nome ali da menininha ali, ó. Em vez de ser Keqing ou Keqing, sei lá, é Keqing. Loucura, mano.
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
O legal é que ela fala de boca fechada, vocês perceberam?
3,000 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Ô, louco. E aí, mano, para de olhar pra mim, galera.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Ah, eu falei. Eu acho que é a primeira vez que eu vi o meu personagem falar. Falar com os participantes. Putz, eu vou ter que falar com todo mundo, é isso mesmo, mano? Que maldade, velho.
And to think I'd put my best perfume on before coming here, thinking you'd like it. But it seems as if those perfumes really were meant to be offered to Well, that's fine. Suffer no rivals in love, they say.
Ixi, eu, hein? Oferecida. Você. Oh.
Ah, Rex Lapis. Rex Lapis. Now that I think about it, if everyone's of the same mind as me, perhaps mementos for Rex Lapis might be the best short-term business opportunity.
Falta um, né? Acho que é a veinha ali. Ou não? É a veinha. É a veinha mesmo. Observe o sino.
As for the mortals and adepti of Liyue, what shape shall our relationship take from now on?
Procurar Zhongli. Molhei o bumbum.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Qinyue Kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
You're right. I do lack the Mora.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Caraca, velho. Se você fosse um deus, você renegaria o seu poder para ser um mortal? O cara deixou de ser um deus para virar um mortal, velho.
Oh, no because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you. That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed. Yes, the nation has been closed by order of its deity, the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of the Inazuma Bakufu, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
O cara é o Raiden. Ou seja, né? Aqui é a próxima pista do que vai vir. A próxima área que vai vir vai ser Inazuma.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of a statue of the 1,000-armed, 100-eyed god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm.
Ela. Então o Arconte Eletro é ela.
The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods, and of these, eternity is nearest unto heaven. All right then. Was there anything else you wished to know? Ah, that was a good one. Failing a divine trial. How they came up with that excuse, I will never know. That said, The reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret that Rex Lapis was not dead. I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particularly convenient adept? All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of them put the blame...
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Childe did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti and the Qixing from defeating the ancient god. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment, browbeating the envoys of the Fatui. Ha! Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Childe's exalted position as a harbinger, I'm certain that they would have shifted all the blame to him and called for his dismissal by now. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth. Keqing is absolutely right in saying this. Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, and thought as a matter of course that she must have been behind the Qixing's plan to take governing power over Liyue from the hands of the gods and Adepti. Could the original person who brought up the idea of seizing power... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your gnosis, what's going to happen to all the Morid? Since Morax is dead, are they all just gonna disappear? Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since creating Mora requires the use of the Geo-Archon's power.
This is terrible! We're all about to run out of Mora!
Yes, this is indeed a major issue from a financial standpoint. Well, I suppose we'll just leave such troublesome matters to the Liyue Qixing to debate.
Then, did you at least set some private funds aside for yourself?
Oh, a private fund. This does seem like a good, logical, common-sense idea. It's a shame.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Que coisa, hein?
Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity...
Caramba, vou ter que invadir mesmo. Pera. Ih, rapaz. Acabou? Porra. Que triste, velho. E aí, rapaz? Enigma do Monte, blá 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 blá. Ah, agora só sobrou side quest, né, pelo visto. Deixa eu ver, tem mais uma aqui. Aqui aonde? Em cima. Bora. Bora subir. Ali. Aqui. Anúncio. Agora virei entregador de livros. Beleza. Tinha mais um aqui, hein? Ali está. Poxa vida, é sério que acabou a história principal, mano. Bem curta, hein? Beleza, temos 3 missões aqui para fazer. Vamos fazer essa aqui que está mais perto. Entregar os livros. E aí, cara? De nada, senhor. Peraí, que tem mais missão secundária que é pra pegar aqui. Tá. Entregar o livro pro barqueiro. E aí, tio? Ai, cara, essas missões são meio chata de fazer, velho. É tipo... entrega não sei o que... pega não sei o que... Ela tá lá em cima, né? Pronto, fia. Sim. Ó, valeu a pena. Comprar livros? Que livro que você tem aí, mano? Item de missão, tudo de missão. Bom. Vou para outra missão aqui. Qual que é o mais perto? Este aqui, muitos assuntos. Vamos lá. Tá pra onde isso aqui? Ih, caramba, tem uma porrada aqui, velho. Tá me tirando, mano. Tem mais missão aqui. Não tem missão aqui. Nossa, velho. Teleportar. Ui. Só um? Ai! Se lascar, velho. Congela aí, trouxa. Ah, vai se lascar. Morreu. Gatinho esquisito. Que porra é esta? Oxi. Rui. Ai, cara, eu vou responder miau, miau. Ai, cacilda. Se bem que eu entendo, eu estou conversando com um gato, eu converso com os meus gatos. Então... Opa, onde que tá essa... Mas eu não sou sua fã. É. Por quê? Eu, hein? Tá, o fantasminha tá aqui. Agora e cadê o de óculos? Subiu. Opa! Olha só, tinha um buraco aqui, rapaz. Tem umas fogueiras aqui, peraí.
Leave it to me.
Isso aí. E aí, Davi, né? E aí, meu? Conseguiu consertar lá o bug lá ou tá bugado ainda? Eu acho que não vai dar tempo, hein? Peraí. Foi. Caramba, ainda tá bugado, mano. Pior que aí não tem como você jogar multiplayer, né? Porque travou na missão principal, né? E se você selecionar uma outra missão, ele não desbuga, não? Ou, ele não destrava o multiplayer? Fala, Pedro Pedrosa, beleza, meu? Caramba, hein, Davi? Aí é complicado, cara. Realmente eu tava dando uma olhada nos fóruns, mano, lá no Reddit, no próprio fórum do Genshin, no site e tal. Cara, tem um monte de gente que tá com esse bug aí, meu. Um monte, assim, tipo... Eu até achei que eles iam consertar isso aí rápido, porque tem um monte de gente que tá bugado e isso interfere no jogo, né? É o Caia.
Ready when you are.
Mas você chegou a mandar lá o feedback, né? Você chegou a mandar um ticket lá pros caras lá, né? É, agora tem que esperar, né? Não tem o que fazer, né? Pera, antes disso, deixa eu ver aqui. Tinha missão pra cá. Deixa eu pegar as missões. Deixa eu pegar as plantinhas aqui. Nossa, tem hora que dá umas travadas esse jogo, cara. Que me dá um medo. E aí, Arthur Martins, beleza? Aqui. É, vai farmando aí. Em que nível de mundo você tá, ô Davi? E aí, cara? Ivanovic. Está nível de mundo 5? É, o nível de mundo 5 é embaçado, cara. Eu vou te falar que eu tô dando uma sofrida aqui meio chata no jogo. É, eu tô dando tá um pouco sofrível pra mim, mas é porque o que acontece, né? Nível 5 de mundo, se você não tiver os seus personagens de 70 pra cima, esquece, cara. Você vai sofrer muito. Eu tô sofrendo assim, agora nem tanto, mas eu tava sofrendo demais. Porque eu só tenho um personagem acima dos 70, né? E... complicado mesmo, cara. Fica muito difícil. Do nível 4 de mundo pro nível 5, cara, é absurdo. O quanto fica difícil. Ningguang, cara, eu também peguei a Ningguang, eu tô inclusive jogando com ela. Só que ela não tá num nível adequado, né? Porque eu acabei de pegar ela, então eu tô começando a evoluir. Ela tá no nível 23. E eu gostei muito do gameplay dela, cara. Putz, eu achei ela muito interessante. Tem uns golpes muito interessantes. Mas aí agora eu vou ter que evoluir, né? Porque o problema, quando você chega no nível 70... cara, é muito chato a quantidade de itens que você precisa para evoluir os personagens, gente. Tipo, cara, é muita grana, é muita mora, né? É muito item, você tem que farmar demais. E o problema é que quando você chega no nível 5, cara, os boss que você precisa matar, né, pra você farmar os itens, cara, eu vou te falar, velho, tá complicado. O Oceanide é um boss chato, cara. É muito chato esse boss, velho. Então, Arthur, mora, cara, você consegue farmar mora fazendo as linhas de Fei, né? Que são essas aqui, ó. Não essa, né? Essa aqui, a azulzinha, ela dá experiência. Mas essas aqui, ó, a amarela, te dá mora, cara. Com 160 de resina, você consegue farmar bastante mora aqui. tava fazendo? Eu nem lembro o que eu tava fazendo. Tava fazendo alguma coisa. Cara, e a Ningguang, cara, eu achei ela muito foda. Olha isso, cara. Olha o visual dela, velho. Sensacional, mano. Eu achei ela muito legal, cara. Muito legal mesmo. Eu vou subir o nível dela, cara. Eu queria pegar a Diona, mano. Eu peguei todo mundo do banner, cara. Eu peguei a Ningguang, eu peguei o Childe, eu peguei a Bidou. Eu já tinha a Bidou, mas eu peguei 2 cópias da Bidou e não peguei a Diona, mano. Eu queria muito a Diona e não peguei a Diona. Era a que eu mais queria desse banner, era a Diona, e eu não peguei. Então, e eu não peguei justamente a Diona, mano. Puta, eu fiquei bravo, cara. Eu tô bravo, mano. Eu não tenho mais Summon. Eu vou ter que farmar Summon agora. Nota de aviso. What the fuck? Então, mas eu queria a Diona porque eu gosto do estilo dela, sabe? Eu gostei do visual dela, do estilo dela, eu achei muito legal, cara. Tipo assim, eu não fico atrás de personagem só buscando dano, sabe? DPS, essas coisas. Inclusive, né, tipo, tem gente que coloca a Bárbara como DPS, cara. Eu acho o pessoal meio maluco de ficar só fissurado em dano, sabe? Eu, pelo menos, não gosto, né? Eu acho que não tem nada a ver, mano. É que o que acontece, né? Como o Genshin ele não tem PVP, eu não sei por que de acho as pessoas elas querem competir com as outras, né? Fica nessa competição eterna de tipo, eu sou mais forte que você, que não sei o que, blá blá blá. E como o Genshin Impact não tem PVP, aí a galera fica tipo, o meu personagem tira mais dano que o seu. Ai, que a minha Bárbara tira olha o dano que a minha Bárbara, sabe? Tipo, eu acho isso uma coisa muito idiota, velho. Tipo, sabe, não tem nexo. E aí eu já vi gente usando a Bárbara como DPS, eu fico, mano, você tá, tipo, desperdiçando o potencial do personagem, cara. Sabe? Tipo, só pra dar dano, só pra falar pros outros que ela dá dano, um absurdo, que não sei o que. Cara, eu pelo menos, eu acho zoado isso aí. Ih, caralho. Responsável pelos assuntos marítimos. Peraí. Assuntos marítimos. É esse? Acho que é esse. Eu gosto da Bárbara também, ô Davi, mas eu confesso que eu tô atrás do Bennett. Eu tava vendo e ele é um personagem bem legal como healer. Ele heala, na verdade, né? Ele é um personagem de suporte. Eu gostei pra caramba dele, mano.
A copy of each invoice is sent to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Então, eu gosto do... Eu queria a Diona, por quê? Porque a Diona ela é de cryo, né? Ela é de gelo, né? Eu gosto do Kaia, mas eu queria trocar o Kaia. Eu queria deixar ele no meu time secundário. E de personagem de água, né? O Hydro, eu queria usar o Childe. Por isso que eu queria o Bennett, porque aí eu colocaria o Bennett como healer e o Childe, né? E deixava a Bárbara no time secundário. Mas a Bárbara é uma personagem muito boa, cara. Eu gosto da Bárbara também. Você conseguiu fazer a história, ou Arthur? Ou o seu bugou também? Vai, fantasminha. Vai, mano. Ah, mano, é sério que tem um negocinho aqui? Vai. Faz, mano, faz a história porque é sensacional, cara. Eu achei sensacional essa história, mano, essa continuação da história, né? Eu achei muito boa, cara. Sai. Opa. Cara, a história é muito boa, mano. Pena que é curta, mas muito boa mesmo, cara. Eu gostei da cutscene, gostei de tudo. E a luta contra o Childe, pra mim, foi uma desgraça, né? Porque como eu tô no nível 5 de mundo, mano, isso é louco, velho. Eu enfrentei ele 2 vezes e tomei um pau. Inclusive tem um vídeo que eu fiz, que eu tava em live. A primeira vez que eu enfrentei ele, tomei um pau, mano. Não consegui matar ele não. Eu tive que dar uma evoluída nos meus personagens pra conseguir matar ele. Ele não é difícil, mas no estado que eu tô e no nível 5 de mundo, ele foi bem difícil pra mim. Mas assim, se você tiver preparado, ele é fácil. Eu não achei assim, eu acho que o Andrews, o lobo, ele é mais difícil do que o Childe. Ele é mais difícil que o Storm Terror e mais difícil que o Childe. Não, e foi foda, porque eu tava fazendo a história e eu não tava esperando, né, eu enfrentar o Childe ali, porque na verdade eu tava achando que o Childe era um boss que você ia enfrentar, tipo, sei lá, igual o lobo, sabe? Que você ia pegar uma história secundária no mapa e tal. Eu pensei que ele não tava atrelado na história principal. E aí quando eu entrei lá e eu vi que era pra enfrentar ele, eu falei, vixe, eu vou tomar, mano. Eu sofri pra matar o lobo no nível de mundo 5. Eu sofri pra caramba. Eu falei, nossa, velho, eu vou tomar um couro aqui agora. E não deu outro, né? Tomei um couro, né? Do Childe. Então, Davi, na verdade ele tem dois ataques que são hit kills, que na verdade não é ataque. Aqueles ataques lá que ele dá é o especial dele, que é o da baleia, que é o especial do Hydro, quando ele tá como água, né? E o raio do Electro, quando ele tá no Electro, ele também tem um ataque que é hit kill. Só que tem macete, né? O da baleia você consegue desviar muito fácil, mas o do raio, mano do céu, você tem que ter um time muito certo. Você tem que apertar o botão de esquiva muito assim, no time mesmo. Sim, Arthur, a gente joga depois, mano. Se precisar farmar alguma coisa aí, a gente farma junto. Eu preciso matar o Storm Terror essa semana, eu não matei ainda mesmo. E eu tô com medo de enfrentar o Storm Terror no estado que eu tô, que eu acho que eu vou tomar um pau, viu? Então, na luta lá contra o Childe eu tive que usar comida. Eu usei resistência de Electro. Porque ele na primeira forma, na forma de água, foi tranquilo, né? Matar é bem fácil, na verdade. A segunda forma dele que é treta, que ele fica muito rápido e muito forte. Aí eu tive que usar umas refeição lá, gastar o meu vale refeição. Beleza, Arthur? Falam que a Noelle ela é uma excelente personagem pra dar um bloco lá, porque por causa das habilidades dela, né? Mas a minha Noelle tá jogada aos ventos. Ela tá... Eu não jogo com ela, né? Então eu me lasquei. Mas assim, aquilo que eu falei, né? Eu me lasquei, mas é porque eu tô no nível 5 de mundo e os meus personagens não estão adequados para esse mundo, né? Tirando o Razor, que tá quase no 80, o restante tá tudo, tipo, bem abaixo, né? Os boss aqui que eu pego é nível 72, 75, aí os meus personagens não estão nem no nível 70. Aí eu tomo um couro mesmo. que eu vou te falar uma coisa, cara. Personagem desse elemento Jill. Tipo assim, eu não gostei da Noelle. Eu também não gostei do Viajante. E eu tô usando a Ningguang agora, mas é que eu gostei do estilo da Ningguang, mas eu também não gostei do Viajante com o Jill e dei na Noelle. Não curti, cara, não curti esse elemento, mas sei lá, né? Fala, Kaique, beleza, mano? Cheguei, gatai, carai, garai. Que língua que você tá falando aí, mano? Mano, eu nem sei o que eu tô fazendo aqui, velho. Eu tô prestando atenção aí no chat. E eu sei lá o que eu tô fazendo aqui na procedimentos essenciais. Ih, mano. Quem tá me batendo aqui? Fala, N.A. Oliveira, beleza, mano? Boa noite, mano. E aí, Kaique, você joga também o Genshin, mano? É que o estilo da Noelle é foda, né, mano? Porque ela é tanque, né? Ela é um tanker. E, mano, eu não gosto de jogar com personagens desse biotipo, sabe? Em nenhum jogo, cara. Em nenhum jogo eu gosto de tankers, mano. Eu prefiro muito mais jogar de suporte do que até DPS, inclusive. DPS eu também, eu gosto de jogar de DPS, mas eu gosto mais da classe assim suporte assim nos games, sabe? Suporte, controle, essa galera aí. Já você tá falando russo, mano? Então, os personagens assim do elemento Jill, né? Eles são bem focados nessa mecânica, né? De dar escudo e tudo mais. Eu preciso pegar e preciso dar uma atenção para isso, porque eu sei que é muito útil. Você é forçado? Por que você é forçado, mano? Você não gostou do game, mano? Cadê o Vitor? O Vitor, você tá aí ainda? Ih, tá tirando, mano. Não tem nada aqui? Como assim não tem nada aqui, caralho? Minha voz tá baixa? Ei, caramba. Diga em voz alta. Eu não entendi, a minha voz tá muito baixa aqui no... Nada fora do normal aqui também. Tá, e agora? Cara, as missões principais do Genshin são legais. Agora essas missõezinhas aqui, putz grila, velho. Ô bagulho chato, mano. Se bem que tem umas missões aqui de side quest aqui que são impactantes. Que nem aquela missão lá do menino que brinca de esconde-esconde com você lá. Ah, o bagulho é tenso, velho. Dá mó bad. Vixe. Ranking. Ó, eu tô no ranking de mundo, nível de mundo, eu tô no nível de mundo 5 e no ranking 42. Ranking de aventura 42. Caramba, eu tô no 42, eu nem vi que eu tava no 42, eu achei que eu ainda tava no 41. Esses bichos aqui parecem aquele Pokémon lá do... Ah! Ih, caramba, tem uma menininha ali. É ela mesmo que eu tenho que falar. Quarenta e três. É esse Pokémon mesmo, mano. O Sandslash. Igualzinho. Mas a ficha, cara, você vai ganhar, né, agora, né, mano? Eles vão liberar a ficha de graça. Eu tenho ela, mano. Eu usei um pouquinho ela, mas eu não... Sei lá, velho. Eu não gostei muito, não. Eu prefiro... Bom, sei lá, né? Preferência... Cada um tem a sua, mas eu gosto mais da Ember. Com arqueiro, eu gosto mais da Ember. Por isso que eu queria a Diona. Aquela arqueira também, eu queria ver a mecânica dela, as habilidades e tal. Reporte para... Não, tem que ir lá pra PQP, velho. Eu gosto da Xiangling, cara. A Xiangling é uma ótima personagem. Eu tenho na verdade, o meu time principal é a Xiangling no lugar da Ningguang. É que eu tô usando a Ningguang aqui pra dar uma subida de nível nela aqui. Mas eu gosto da Xiangling, hein? Ela é muito boa. Ah, mano, não fala assim da Ember, cara. Eu gosto pra caramba da Ember, mano. Eu acho ela muito gente boa. Opa, tinha uma missão aqui embaixo que eu tô ligado. Pera aí. Ué, apareceu um ponto de exclamação aqui que eu vi, hein, mano. Tá tirando, hein? Ah, é, né? Eu tava dando uma olhada mesmo nas habilidades da Diona. Ela tem cura na ult, né, mano? Que louco, hein, mano? Eu gosto da Diona demais, cara. Eu acho ela muito da hora, velho. Eu nem testei ela ainda aqui no game. É, eu também uso a Xiangling como DPS secundário. Quer dizer, entre aspas, né? Na verdade eu jogo o ursinho dela e deixo o pau comer. Na verdade, que eu uso como DPS secundário na minha conta é o Kaia, mano. Eu gosto demais do Kaia, cara. Eu acho ele muito bom. Muito rápido, inclusive. E a esquiva do Kaia é muito rápida. Eu, pelo menos, eu sinto que a esquiva dele é muito melhor que a dos outros. Coisa pequena, sabe? Mas eu consigo ter essa sensibilidade. É o goiaba, né? Ah, mano, é um ursinho, velho. Sei lá, velho. É o Goba, né? O nome dele é o Goba. Goiaba. Então, viciado não, cara. Na verdade, eu jogo o Genshin porque ele é um jogo bacana, sim. Mas viciado no Genshin não. Eu jogo outras coisas também, inclusive. E assim, o Genshin, pelo fato dele ser um jogo online, né? É aquela coisa, né? Todo jogo online você tem que entrar todo dia, fazer algumas coisinhas aqui, as coisinhas básicas, pá e tal, né? Depois que você salva o jogo, entre aspas, salva, né? Porque você tem as atualizações. Mas depois que você faz tudo, você tem que ainda ficar entrando todos os dias para fazer algumas coisas, né? Para você dar uma upada, dar uma farmada, e faz as missões diárias e tudo mais. Mas eu tô esperando, na verdade, chegar o Cyberpunk, né? Aí sim eu vou viciar, cara, porque eu gosto desse tipo de jogo, né? Jogo online é foda, cara, porque, mano, ele meio que te prende, né, cara? Complicado. Por exemplo, eu jogo COTS, o Sansei Away que tem lá também. Há mais de um ano já. Cara, todo dia tem que entrar, tem que fazer as coisas. Hoje eu já tô meio, tipo, largado no game, né? Eu entro assim, tipo, fico no máximo meia hora só. Mas antes, nos 3, 4 primeiros meses de jogo, vixe, cara, eu passava, tipo, eu perdia 4, 5 horas do meu dia facinho no game, cara. Pera, deixa eu entender o que esse cara tá. Mas, ô Kaique, que tipo de jogo você gosta, cara? Se você não gostou de Genshin, é porque você gosta de algum outro estilo de jogo. Mas qual Watch Dogs? Esse último aí que saiu? Porque o primeiro é ruim pra caramba, cara. Na boa, velho. Nossa, cara. Não consegui jogar o primeiro, mano. O 2 eu não joguei. Mas o primeiro... então, o problema do 1 é que a gente ficou, na época que ele lançou, foi feito muita mídia em cima dele, né? Então a gente ficou com um hype lá em cima. Aí quando o jogo lançou, tipo, não era tudo aquilo que a gente esperava, era uma, tipo, é isso que você falou, tipo, ele não é ruim, ele só não é bom. E aí, tipo, desanimou, tá ligado? Aí você fala, mano, sei lá, velho. Tanto é que eu nem terminei o primeiro, mano. Eu joguei, mas eu falei, mano, deixa quieto, cara. Não dá pra jogar não, mano. Muito chato. Aí nem foi atrás do 2 pra saber se é bom ou não. Falam que é bom, né? Mas... sei lá. Isso, parabéns. Isso aí, cara. Certinho.
What's the hurry? Freeze!
Inclusive vocês que jogam aí no PS4, eu também jogo no PS4, lógico, mas vocês viram que agora a gente consegue resgatar os códigos, né? Caramba, mano, olha a PSN do cara, velho. XX Kaique underline games XX12, velho. Pra que desse tamanho, meu amigo? Tinha uma coisa mais simples, não? Uma farmada aqui de gold. Deixar ele próximo aqui do... Vamos evoluir a bonitinha aqui. Não, cara, não é ambulância não, mano. É... Sabe aqueles segurança de bairro? Não sei se tem aí onde você mora. Mas aqui tem aqueles caras que andam de moto, que são seguranças de bairro. Dizem que são segurança, né? Mas eu acho que não fazem porcaria nenhuma. Aí fica essa merda aí, com essa sirene aí. Então, na moral, na minha opinião, cara, esses caras não fazem absolutamente nada, velho. Eles podem até assustar os malucos se os malucos estiverem fazendo alguma coisa errada, né? Mas, mano, se um guardinha desse tá passando e vê sei lá, um grupo de pessoas fazendo umas merda aí, mano, o cara vai vazar, velho. Você acha que o cara vai... Tá falando do Hypostasis lá, né? Eu gosto... O que eu mais... Que eu gosto, ó. Na verdade, o que eu mais enfrentei foi o do Electro. Porque eu tava... Eu me foquei muito em evoluir o Razor, né? Então eu enfrentei muito o Electro. O Jill eu não enfrentei tanto, assim. Mas agora eu vou ter que começar a enfrentar, né? Porque eu tô com a... Ningguang aqui, eu vou precisar dele pra upar, né? E o Anemo também não. O Anemo eu usei bem pouco, pra falar a verdade. Enfrentei bem pouco também. Opa, opa, opa. Ô, porcaria. Vem cá, mano. Oh, caraca. Olha eu indo pro saco aqui, ó. Ah, entendeu. O artefato do gladiador é bom para os DPS, né? Porque a maioria dos DPS aqui são os espadão, né? Deixa eu ver aqui. O que os outros cubos dropam? Nunca parei pra pensar, cara. De artefato. (97 de resina ainda bem). O que eu vou farmar aqui? Opa, opa, opa.
I'm hungry. Let's hunt.
Pegar um pouquinho mais de molde, ó, de gold. Um pouquinho mais de mora. Oh, caramba, mano. Esse bicho é chato demais, velho. Cai, idiota. Não, mas não é pra cair em cima de mim, né, o... Isso. Falou, Davi. Brigadão, hein, mano. Morreu. Entregue os materiais para o nervoso. Cara, ainda não entendi que porcaria é essa, velho. Missões de história? Que porra é esta? Ih, caramba. Não tinha visto, hein? Abri alguma coisa aqui. Uhul! Fala, filho. Ô, meu filhinho. Nenenzinho. Oi. Vamos lá fazer essa missão aqui. Cadê? Não. Ué. Tá pra cá. Ali está. E aí, parceiro?
Be on your guard, traveler. Now is no time for sightseeing.
Oh, why is that? Has something happened?
Yes. As unusual as this may sound, numerous eyewitness reports have confirmed an active Ruin Guard presence in this area. Sergeant sent someone to find out just where these ancient machines might have come from. It appears that they simply left their ruin and marched off all of a sudden, for no clear reason.
So did somebody wake them up?
As I say, the reason is still unclear. Moreover, the ruin in question is of the especially spooky variety. As such, we are not permitted to investigate until the order comes through from headquarters.
Nossa, que mancada, hein, mano? Sempre tão ineficientes. É um tapa na cara.
In any case, the only sensible strategy in the meantime is to increase Millelith patrols. We must not let innocent civilians come to harm.
That's a good point. Ruin guards are probably pretty dangerous for regular folk.
Wow. I'm very grateful indeed for the offer, but...
Oh, don't worry about that. This one beats up ruin guards for breakfast.
Is that so? Well, if you're... I did see some Ruin Guard footprints on the hillside. But since then, I've been too busy warning passers-by to investigate myself.
Footprints, eh? Interesting.
While the Millelith stands guard, evil shall never prevail. On behalf of the Millelith, I salute you, traveler. You have my gratitude.
Tá bom. Eita porra.
Huge. It has to be the one that guy was talking about.
Deve ser aqueles robôs, né? Robô, sei lá que porra é aquela.
Guards did come out for a walk after all. The trail of Ruin Guard footprints leads us here.
Deixa eu tirar a Ningguang aqui porque ela ainda não tá no esquema.
I'll bring my seasonings.
E aí, cara? Bora. Vai, mano, levanta. Opa. Caramba, tirou um daninho, hein? Morreu!
Well, that's one down. Let's keep looking around. Maybe we'll find some more.
É, cara, é foda, velho. É muito foda, mano. É muito recurso, é muita grana, é muita experiência. É tenso, cara. Tenso demais. Eu só tenho... Quer dizer, na verdade eu não tenho, né? Mas só o meu Razor que tá próximo do nível 80. O resto tá tudo travado aqui no 70 que eu preciso farmar pra fazer a ascensão deles. Mas aí eu tenho que matar o Oceanidia, e aqui eu tenho que matar a florzinha lá, o congelante. Uma porcaria, velho.
I keep watch. You leave, you call me.
É fogo, né, mano? É muita coisa pra farmar, cara. É foda, velho. E...
Hey you! Check this out! Isn't it awesome? What is he wearing? I've never seen one this close before. Have you ever seen one? Excuse me. His name is Mr. Cyclops, actually. What sort of dumb name is Ruin Guard?
Ah, da hora. Você tem 2 no 80, tá legal, mano.
Cute! Wait, what? Do people seriously call them that? Yep, my brother said so. And he's the best toy seller in the whole world. It's his job to sell this kind of stuff. Right now, he's at the Institute for Toy Research in Liyue. That's where Mr. Cyclops has come from. It's always nice to meet someone else who likes toys. So tell me, where'd you get your toy from? Must be a pretty new kind, huh? I've never seen... Yeah, Hyman is not a toy!
Greetings. Have you found anything? Oh. A child? What's the situation here?
We just, you know, found him.
You shouldn't be out here, boy. There are killing machines in the area.
Espera aí que eu acho que o meu gato quer comer. Pera só um minuto. Vi? Quer comer? Isso é comida, né? Então vem cá. E aí, galera? Vamos comer. Alimentem. Vai, vamos lá.
Killing machines? You mean ones that look like this?
Precisely. And including this one. It's not moving now, but...
You take that back! Mr. Cyclops is not a killing machine. He's one of the good guys.
Mr. Cyclops?
We shouldn't be talking to this guy. If he's saying mean things about Mr. Cyclops, he's definitely a bad man.
I'm just trying to help. I've always been hopeless at dealing with children.
Well then, why don't you get back to your normal job and leave us to do the babysitting?
It seems I have no other choice. Very well. I will continue with my patrol. Please escort the child to somewhere safe. It's much too dangerous here.
The mighty Mr. Cyclops scared off the bad guys once again! My name's TEUCER. I came all the way from Snezhnaya to look for my brother and Liyue. But I'm all on my own, and I don't know where to find him. You came all the way from Snezhnaya?
Snezhnaya.
Oh, I think this is the part where I give you this. Here you go. What is it? Looks heavy. What the? My brother said I should take it with me. He said, find a nice person to give this to, and they will take good care of TEUCER. Your brother makes a good point. Still, it's hard to believe you made it all this way armed with nothing but... Your family must be super rich. Paimon never knew you could make so much more from selling toys. Yay! Thanks, nice guy. Alright, now we gotta make a pinky promise.
Ô, louco.
You make a pinky promise, you keep it all your life. You break a pinky promise, I throw you on the ice. The cold will kill the pinky that once betrayed your friend. The frost will freeze your tongue off so you never lie again.
O molequinho recitou um poema, cara. É isso mesmo?
Wow, that one nursery rhyme kinda says all you need to know about Snezhnayan culture. Well, if we weren't your babysitters before, we sure as heck are now. But where should we look for your brother?
Por que tá em azul aqui, hein?
Great idea! Alright, off we go! Alright! Finally, now I get to see my brother!
Será que esse molequinho é irmão do Childe? Não pode ser. Será? Olha. Olha, tem um puzzle ali que eu não fiz, é isso mesmo? E sem querer encontrei... Ah não, eu já tinha encontrado. Deixa eu farmar aqui. Interessante. É sério que eu não fiz isso aqui, mano? Porra.
Behold, the prince.
Ah, pensei que ativava, não ativa. Mancada. Ok. Um belo serviço, Fischl. Agora, adeus.
I can't wait any longer.
Com certeza aquele bichão ali vai acordar, mas eu não tô afim de matá-lo. Vamos lá pro Banco do Norte. Eu não sei porquê, mas eu gosto mais de Mondstadt do que Liyue. Confesso que eu não sei porquê. Então.
That seems a little inappropriate, don't you think, sir? How can you...
Acho que é por isso que eu não gosto de Liyue, porque como ele é meio vasto, as coisas ficam tipo um pouco meio longe, sabe? Lá em Mondstadt é tudo tipo ali pertinho as coisas, sabe? Entre aspas, né? Tem algumas coisinhas ali que... E Caterina, olha o nome da menina, velho.
Relax. Once in a while can't hurt. It'll be fine.
Huh? What is he doing here? Yay, my brother! I found you!
I know that voice. Why, if it isn't my little brother TEUCER! My goodness! What a nice surprise, TEUCER. I thought I would have to wait till I return home before seeing you again.
Esse lugar aí provavelmente é uma nova área, né? Também.
How are the others? Sister Tonia and Brother Anton? Is everybody keeping well?
Caraca. São 4 irmãos, velho.
They miss you a lot. Tonia prays for you every day at dinner.
Wait a second. What are you doing here in Liyue, TEUCER? How have I not heard anything about this?
Well, what happened was, I saw a boat that looked like it was selling toys, so obviously I thought you were on board. And then, when I got off, I just kept walking and walking, and then I found a Mr. Cyclops. Mr. Cyclops scared off a bad guy, and then I found this nice guy to help me come look for you. And also, TEUCER is Childe's brother? Cool. Suddenly Paimon doesn't feel so bad about taking TEUCER's money.
TEUCER, what you did was extremely dangerous. I'm so happy to see you, really I am, but please, promise me you won't do anything like this ever again.
Okay, I promise. Please don't be mad at me.
I'm not mad at you. I just care about your safety, that's all. If you hadn't met these nice people, things could have been a lot more dangerous for you, TEUCER. I hope you said a big thank you to them.
Espinha do dragão? Jogo, mano. Jogo free to play sim, cara. Eu não costumo gastar dinheiro com jogos online assim, sabe?
Yep, I always remember my pleases and thank yous. Oh, so you did notice we were here. You were just ignoring us. Gotcha.
Forgive me, it's always family first where I'm from. Don't take it personally. I know we've had our differences up to now, but a few minor quibbles aside, we get on quite well, don't you think? Come on, you know I'm just a pawn in all that, just doing my part. As for who wins, who loses, and how each side deals with the consequences, I prefer to leave all that up to the ones playing the game. I'm much more interested in who wins and who loses when it comes to our little sparring matches.
Sounds like you're ready to get your butt kicked again.
Ha! You're forgetting something about me. I, Tartaglia, spend every second getting stronger. Don't expect to have it quite so easy next time.
Tipo, eles falam como se fosse há 300 anos, né, a luta deles. Tipo, foi ontem o bagulho.
Maybe not right now. Not while my kid brother is watching.
Why do you want to fight the nice lady? Are you guys enemies?
Não é que a gente não se dá bem, né? É que a gente teve uma tretinha aí.
My sincerest gratitude for taking care of my darling brother. His safety matters very much to me.
So anyway, Paimon has a question. TEUCER said something about you being a toy seller. What's that all about? Aren't you supposed to be one of the Fatui's harbinger?
Yes, about that. Shh, look. I only told him that so that he'll look up to me. In the eyes of a child, working with toys must be the best job imaginable, right? I don't want my family to have anything to do with the Fatui's, or should I say Snezhnaya's, darker side. The older ones already know that I serve the Tsaritsa. But TEUCER is still so young, and in his eyes... As I was saying, I remain Snezhnaya's greatest expatriate toy seller, currently attached to the Liyue branch of our Institute for Toy Research.
Caraca!
My brother's the greatest! He's Mr. Cyclops' bestest friend!
Just humor me in front of TEUCER, if you would be so kind.
Hush.
Yes, Ekaterina. I will deal with the issue of that outstanding payment right away.
Hey! Slinking off, are we?
But Master Childe, would it not be a little improper to ask you to deal with debt collection?
A bet is a bet, isn't it? And if you lose a bet with an agent, well, you might as well get a little exercise out of it.
Are you going off to sell toys now?
That's right. As much as I'd love to catch up a little longer, Teucer, duty calls. I'm...
So we still need to keep babysitting for you? Sure, I really like this guy. And anyway, he made a pinky promise to take good care of me.
Ah, claro, virei babá agora.
It sounds like Teucer really likes you, and that you've already made a pinky promise to take good care of him anyway. Then I'm in your debt. Here, take this as Teucer's entertainment fund. I want him to have a good time while he's in Liyue, so take him anywhere he wants. If need be, you may find me by the river near Qingshu Pool. I'll see you both around.
Loja de brinquedos. Que bacana, hein?
Looks like we'll be hanging out with Child's kid brother for a while. So, where are we going to play first? How about we start with the toy store?
Onde que é isso aqui? Nossa. A barquinha de pipa, que é a loja de brinquedo.
Huh? What are those super colorful winged things?
Caramba, que acha esse?
The kids in Liyue love them.
Hello there, dear. You look like you've come a very long way. Let Granny guess. From what you're wearing, I would say...
That's right. How do you play with these kite things, Granny?
When the wind picks up, you let out the string, and whoosh! The kite will fly into the air, up, up, and away.
Wow, that's amazing! Do you have any Mr. Cyclops ones?
Mr. Cyclops? I'm sorry, I
want to fly Mr. Cyclops high into the sky so all the kids can get to know him.
Well, I can do custom builds, but I'll need some amount of reference material.
Will this picture do? I drew it myself. I bring it with me everywhere.
I'll manage. Still, I must warn you that custom builds can really be quite expensive.
We should be fine. Child was pretty generous with that entertainment fund. But then again, throwing money around willy-nilly is, you know, kinda irresponsible. Well, so, yes, technically speaking, these funds are earmarked for TEUCER's entertainment. But if there's any left over when we're done... Either way, it's time to talk prices.
Putz, grila. Vou colocar uns 7 mil, vai. Tá bom, né?
This price is a little too low.
Ai, credo. Uns 9 mil, vai.
Fine.
Ó, tá bom, muito bom.
I've neither the time nor energy to bargain with you at my age. I suppose this price will do.
Thanks, Granny.
Worry not. Just leave it to me.
For our next stop, why don't we head to Wanmin Restaurant? It would be a mighty crying shame to come all the way to Liyue and never try the food.
E lá vamos nós gastar dinheiro, é isso aí.
Hello, welcome. Table for 3?
This restaurant has a really choking smell.
A choking smell? Oh, you must be referring to our signature...
Spicy chili? But I can't eat...
Oh, what a pity. A person who can't eat spicy food misses out on half of life's joys.
Eu concordo, hein?
Is it really that bad? My meals have to have lots and lots of sugar, and the oil has to be extra virgin vegetable oil.
Ih, caramba.
Wow, we've got a real rich kid on our hands. Looks like Wanmin Restaurant's dishes aren't to TEUCER's taste. Maybe we should go somewhere else.
Will that be all? Any more special requests?
What do you mean, Chef Now?
Giving the people what they want is the very reason Wanmin Restaurant exists. If I thought for 1 second that I couldn't make a dish to satisfy this child's taste, I would have...
Whoa, there seems to be a lot of profession. Then we'll leave it to you, Chef Now. We'll be eating here after. Sure.
But let me say this first. Special requests are going to cost you more than normal.
Claro, né?
Of course, we aren't going to demand prices anywhere near as exorbitant as the likes of Lily Pavilion or Sunya Kiosk.
Is it just Paimon? Or are premium custom orders in fashion lately? Still, surely there must be a little room for negotiation.
Ai, caramba. Tá tirando, né, velho? $6 mil, mano.
That seems a bit on the low side. You do realize these dishes will be prepared specially to your requirements, don't you?
Pô, bancada, hein, velho. 8 mil. E não se fala mais nisso, hein?
You folks. Let's go with this then. Any more haggling and we'll ruin the other customers' appetites.
Thanks, Chef Now.
Please sit wherever you like. Your food will be here shortly.
Vamos ver o que eu vou comer com 8 mil.
It was a little too sweet. Paimon feels a little sick. I thought it was just right. Almost exactly like how my sister Tonya makes it. But this doesn't feel right somehow. Didn't we bring TEUCER here to try Liyue's whatever. So where do you want to go next, TEUCER? I was so caught up looking for my brother when I first got here that I didn't get... Good idea! The hustle and bustle at the wharf is a...
O que a gente vai fazer lá na doca, mano? Comprar um barco?
Wow, this place is huge! And there's so many people! Are the waves here always like this? Don't they ever freeze? Given Liyue's climate, the area around the harbor's mouth traveler's exclusive personal tour guide. But since this is a special occasion, Paimon can make an exception to help TEUCER get to know the place. This place is Liyue's commercial hub, and it's been the biggest port in the 7 nations ever since it was decided that Liyue would take on the world through trade. Other than merchant vessels, many fishing boats and industrial transports dock here to replenish their fishery supplies and daily necessities, which, thanks to the immense throughput capacity of the wharf,
óbvio que ele não vai entender, ele é uma criança, ou sua louca.
Paimon can't remember how the rest goes anyway. Well, guess Paimon will just have to explain this Paimon style. So this harbor is like all the nations float their boats over the sea into the mouth. The harbor goes nom 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 and has a taste of each boat and the cargo it has on board.
Mano do céu, olha a explicação da Paimon, velho.
Then, Liyue Harbor rubs its big round belly in satisfaction because it's all stuffed full of delicious mora.
Ai, caramba. Aula de faculdade aqui, hein?
Hey, what's that big metal hook over there? I want to see. Wait, TEUCER, don't run off. After all that, he wasn't even listening.
É lógico, com uma explicação merda dessa. Que gancho de... Ah, é a âncora, né? É grande mesmo, hein?
That metal hook is huge, and it gets bigger the closer we get. This is an anchor. Docked ships use it to hold themselves in position.
É, caramba, lá vai a
waves from blowing them away.
explicação.
An anchor. Got it. But I think I might get it mixed up with Commodore Hook. Commodore Hook? Is this another one of your weird toy names?
Eu concordo, mano. Essa Paimon é meio drogada, velho.
My brother always sends me a really big toy for my birthday. Commodore Hook, Black Steel Jack, Iron Tony. We keep them all in our backyard. Yeah, and that's why I can't bring them with me all the time. It's a shame. Wow, using Fatui funds for personal gain? To think Snezhnaya would let their harbingers do that. All for some giant toys. But suddenly, it doesn't seem so strange that TEUCER would treat a ruin guard as a giant toy. But my favorite has to be Mr. Cyclops. Even though I mostly came here to see my brother, the other big thing I wanted to do was play with Mr. Cyclops. Oh, are they selling fish over there? Let's have a look. Hey! Quit running off!
Lá vai o peixe inchar peixe, quer ver? Tem que comprar peixe agora. Putz, grila.
Is this where they sell fish? Wow, the fish here in Liyue are so small.
Pequeno? Como assim? Olha o tamanho do bagulho, mano.
Hey, whose fish are you calling small? Little kids shouldn't go around ruining others' business.
He's just a curious kid. No need to get worked up. That said, these fish are actually pretty big by Paimon standards. Just how big are the ones you're used to, TEUCER?
Uma baleia, né?
Maybe 200 times your size?
Ai, caramba.
There are legends in my hometown about it. It's supposed to be a super delicious fish. I told my brother about it, and he went out to sea to catch one for me. A few days later, he returned with a humongous fish slung over his shoulder. Anton and I were so happy. Are you sure that was a fish? Paimon thinks it sounds more like some sort of leviathan. Hey, Mr. Nice Guy, let's go over the...
Mr. Nice Guy. Vamos lá.
What's wrong, TEUCER? Are you tired? You don't seem so happy. I miss my brother.
Mas já?
But we were just with him. Yeah, but for such a short time that it doesn't count. Take me to see my brother. I don't want to play anymore.
Ixi, moleque mimado, hein, mano?
Yep. You can have all the patience in the world, but it won't help you at a time like this. Well, we've played with TEUCER long enough, haven't we? Paimon thinks we've tried our best here. Childe said that he'd be by the river near Chinshu Pool. Why don't we look for him there? Yay! Let's go! Let's go!
Graças, meu Deus do céu, cara. Ser babá é fogo, cara. Cê é louco. Porra, não tem nenhum teleporter perto, mano. Vamos voar, 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 voar.
Race you!
E não gostei disso. Lá vem, quer ver?
There's Childe. Wait, he's talking to the treasure hoarders?
You know what I'm here for, I trust.
Oh, you got lip. Making us guess, are you? If you want to join up, let me just say this first. Dandy kid like you, you ain't welcome.
Oh, what a commendable imagination. Well, in the Tsaritsa's name, I suppose I should forgive you country bumpkins for your ignorance. For I am...
Putz, grilo, hein?
You're selling them toys, aren't you, brother? That's so cool. I've always wanted to watch you work.
Claro.
Well, why, yes, of course. For I am, the greatest toy salesman in Snezhnaya.
Sim, mas é claro.
So cool.
Huh? You playing games, pretty boy?
So, will you buy or not? The toys that Snezhnaya produced 3 months ago will run you, yes, 600,000 mora. To be paid
600 mil mora, velho. É muita grana, você é louco.
And how much money?
Wow. Is that what it's gonna cost to fix that head of yours?
Look at that! Spreading joy and laughter to everyone! That's what toy selling's all about!
I'll say it again. Toys from Snezhnaya, 3 months prior, 600,000 mora paid in full.
Porra?
Yeah, no. Sorry, sales boy. The same joke isn't funny twice. Or were you always cruising for a bruising?
Alright then. I'll make things a little easier for you. I'll join the treasure hoarders. Perhaps you'll be more willing to pay when we're brothers in arms?
Would you listen to yourself? You think we just let any old person into the treasure hoarders? I'm not so sure you could hack it.
Well then, why don't you put me to the test, dear seniors? I like to think of myself as quite talented in the field of treasure hunting.
Looks like you're not gonna pack it up until someone packs you in. Alright then, show us what you got. Truth be told, we've set up a shop here because there's a fine little loot cave nearby. But the treasure hasn't been easy to get at. We've been at... If you think you're up to snuff, why don't you have a crack at it on our behalf? Of course, that means that once you got it, it's ours.
Come on. If we can't do it, do you really think this guy stands a chance?
An initiation test, eh? Interesting. It's been a while since I've been a
The loot's on the opposite cliff. We're gonna hang back here and watch the show.
Huh, no problem. Don't blink though, or you might miss it.
Ai, caramba. Poxa vida. Ó, já deu merda já. Mano, eu detesto essas coisas, velho. Eu sou muito ruim. Vai, caramba. É sério isso, velho? Cara, essas missões que tem tempo, velho. Nossa, velho, me dá um desespero, mano. Ó, quer ver? Ó, não vou conseguir. Vai dar merda. Já deu merda. Ah, meu Deus do céu. Por que esses caras inventaram essas coisas, velho? Putz, eu não posso repetir, velho. Ah, não, mano. Ah, não, eu posso repetir sim. Eu acho.
The loot's on the opposite cliff.
Posso.
Huh, no problem.
Cara, quer me ferrar, meu? É só me colocar um bagulho que tem tempo, mano. Putz grila, velho. Ó, já deu merda, já. Vai, caramba. Ai, caramba. Ah, você tá brincando, velho.
Yeah.
Tá, e aí?
Well, I have the goods. Here you go. So how'd I do? Pretty well, I'd say.
Foi uma merda.
Brother, what do we do? This fellow isn't normal.
Please, hold on a moment, sir. We need to discuss something amongst ourselves.
Olha, eu prevejo máscaras de Genshin Impact sendo vendidas aí em eventos de anime, hein?
He ain't here for an initiation. He just wanted to show off.
Honestly, we'd be no match for him if he wanted to fight.
Guys, do you think that maybe we're being robbed?
I don't know. Surely he wouldn't have come here all dressed up like that if he was only after us. Unless maybe his words have hidden meaning.
Snezhnaya, 3 months, 600,000. Oh, I get it. It was insider talk. I remember that the boss took out a 600,000 more loan from that Snezhnayan bank about 3 months ago, and still hasn't repaid it.
So this guy must be the debt collector. But why didn't he just say so? What's with all the toy talk?
And that's where you're still green. See, in a lot of professions like this, people speak in code to protect the privacy of their business partners and clients.
Ah, isso sem dúvida, né? Inclusive eu já vi uns cosplays muito bons de Genshin. E teve aí, né, um evento aí do Genshin, evento oficial inclusive, né, do cos pobre, né? Eu vi uma galera aí fazendo. Mas eu vi um cosplay de uma garota, não era daqui, né? Lá dos países orientais lá. E acho que era da Amber, cara. Sensacional o cosplay, mano. Perfeito, tipo, igual.
Makes sense. Owing money is pretty embarrassing.
This guy isn't one to mess with, I tell you. He's a professional. Way too professional.
So, Mr. Salesman, my apologies, but we can't have you joining us.
Oh? I didn't pass? I must say, I never imagined that the treasure hoarders would have such strict entry requirements.
No, it's not that. What we mean is that you're too big a fish for our little pond.
Ô, louco.
But we fully understand the situation with the toys, sir. We'll fetch that 600,000 for you right away.
Nossa, pior que um bagulho desse já aconteceu comigo na vida real. De eu não conseguir, de eu fazer uma entrevista de emprego e não ser contratado porque o meu currículo era, tipo, muito bom pro cargo que eu tava concorrendo. Mal nada a ver, né, velho?
I see. Well then, it's been a pleasure doing business with you. We get paid, and everyone stays happy. A wonderful outcome, wouldn't you say?
Yes. Couldn't agree more, sir.
That's my brother for you. Toy sellers are so cool.
Ah, Master Childe, you're here. A new batch of fresh recruits have just...
Hey now, keep your voice down. Can't you see I'm entertaining some clients over here?
Clients? Well, anyway, the Motherland has dispatched a new batch of recruits to Liyue. They've just arrived, and I'm afraid we must trouble you to speak to them.
Do I have to? Now is hardly the best time.
I must apologize for troubling you, Master Childe, but they are already waiting for you south of Lingju Palace. Every new batch of recruits must be baptized by the Tsaritsa's will, through the words of her harbingers. This has always been our rule. At present, Master Childe, you are the only harbinger in Liyue. Please, everyone is standing in formation and waiting for you to bestow this honor upon them.
Well, all right then, I'll go. Just give me a moment to catch up with my brother, and I'll be right with you.
Do you have to keep working?
Yes, TEUCER. We have a group of new toy sellers fresh in from the Motherland, and I need to go teach them the ropes.
Wow, that's great! When I grow up, I want to be a toy seller too. Can I go listen?
I'm afraid you're still too young, TEUCER. I'm not sure if you'd understand much of it, and most of it's rather boring anyhow.
Ah, mas de novo, mano? Você tá de brincadeira?
But...
I really do have to go now, TEUCER. A lot of people are waiting to see me. I'll see you around, all right?
Childe really dotes on his brother, but now he's gotta ditch him again. Must be a really tough job. Yeah, you're right. He hasn't done himself any favors with the whole toy seller cover story. To think he'd go this far just to prevent his family from seeing his dark side. Maybe. But he has good intentions, doesn't he? Wait. Where's TEUCER?
Ah, pronto. Perdi a criança.
We were too busy chatting. Where'd he go? Did he sneak off to follow his brother? Either way, let's head over there first.
Oxi, por que eu tô com meu HP aqui assim? Ah, é porque eu caí, né? Pera, tá onde isso aqui? Ah, tá no caminho, então de boas. E aí? Beleza? Oxi, o que aconteceu? Ih, caramba, lá vem, ó.
TEUCER, so you did come here. Shh, quiet. My brother's giving his speech.
Ih, caramba.
From this day forward, you will honor the oaths you have made to Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, and you will stop at nothing to bring Snezhnaya victory. You shall sweep through this land like the icy winds of the furthest north, as strong as the hoarfrost of Zepelyarny Palace. You will chill the very marrow in our enemies' bones. Her Majesty expects of you loyalty, ruthlessness, and meticulousness. For the trials that we face are harsh, and our enemies are like...
Ah, lógico, né?
like kites and rattle drums.
Perfeito.
Who shall become redoubtable foes of Mr. Cyclops in the marketplaces of Liyue.
Uh-huh. Kites are really fun too.
Tipo, os caras, como
This
assim?
is, of course, an analogy. As they say, the marketplace too is about...
Ah,
So
claro.
as your sales manager here in Liyue, I demand that you obey my every order. A refusal shall be considered a betrayal, and the price for betrayal is to be dishonorably discharged from the Liyue Institute of Toy Research.
That's really strict. Won't people be really sad if they get fired from the institute?
Seeking to please everyone pleases no one at all. Forget it. Perhaps a round of hands-on training will suit us better.
Hands-on training?
After all, a strong body is the proof of one's capacity.
Hey, did he just say that we're doing hands-on training?
A Harbinger wants to spar with us personally? What an honor!
I can't believe it. Are recruits like us really worthy?
Am I hearing a hint of objection to this idea?
Not at all, sir!
That's the spirit. Now come at me, you lot.
Frozen. Crisp. Have a load of this.
No time to lose.
I won't have the time. Let's move. Send this quickly.
Ai, ai.
No time to lose.
No problem.
Get them!
Time to loot.
Ai, caramba, fiz merda. Oh, caramba, eu esqueci que ele recupera HP dos outros, caramba. Caramba! Vesgo.
Well then, do you all understand what I said earlier?
Yes, sir!
Excellent. And you all almost managed to get me limbered up. In other words, you've done well for new recruits.
Thank you, Lord Harbinger!
All right, hush now. Now then, I wish you all glorious victory for Snezhnaya, for Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, and dismissed!
Brother! You are amazing!
Oh, Teucer, what in the world are you doing here? There I was thinking that the Traveler had taken you to play at Wang Xuan.
Yikes, that's some terrible acting.
I told you, didn't I? I never pass on an opportunity to improve my strength. I'm not the man I was when we first met. By that, I assume you mean that I didn't use the Foul Legacy transformation, yes? It puts a great strain on my body, so it's best saved for crucial moments. I still haven't fully recovered from the injuries I suffered when I used it at the Golden House. Anyway, I'm no Senora. I don't use lethal force against recruits. Come on now.
Tô curioso pra ver essa senhora em ação, não, né? Como personagem, se é que ela vem como personagem.
You could say that. I want to learn to fight too. I want to be cool like you.
Now, Teucer, fighting isn't about looking cool. You can only continue to get stronger if you know the reason why you're fighting. I can teach you, but think carefully first. Why do you want to fight?
I want to protect Sister Tonya.
That's a good answer, Teucer. When I return to Snezhnaya, I will start teaching you fighting techniques. Then you'll have to protect Tonya for me. How does that sound?
Leave it to me. You know, Teucer's a good kid when he's not being so stubborn.
You've had a nice long time here in Liyue, haven't you, TEUCER? Isn't it about time that you took the boat back home?
But you've been so busy, and we didn't get any time to play together yet.
TEUCER, you know I'm very busy at work. And hasn't it been fun traveling all over the place with a proper traveler?
He's just worried he won't be able to keep up the toy seller act forever. Well, how about this? If you just do one little thing for me, I'll be a good boy and go back home.
Sabe que eu nunca reparei nisso, Davi? A animação de Suprema, só quem é 5 estrelas? Eu não tinha me ligado nisso não tinha reparado não.
Who taught this little devil to bargain? All right, what'll it be?
Take me to visit the Institute of Toy Research. Do you think he means that ruin that the Millilith was talking about? The one where all the ruin guards were coming from?
Done deal. After all, you've come all this way for me, TEUCER. As your brother, it's only right for me to grant you one last wish before you leave.
Exactly. Are you sure this is a good idea? It doesn't seem like the best place for kids. You should come along too, Traveler. This time, it's TEUCER's turn to take you sightseeing.
Let me think. Ah, yes, the Institute of Toy Research is not far at all from Lingju Pass. Now, Traveler, you're not the sort of person who would disappoint a kid now, are you?
The brothers are ganging up on us again. Oh, Vaughn.
Tá longe? Não tá longe? É sério que tem alguém com rádio a essa altura? Eu tô curioso para ver também um personagem dendro. Como é que vai ser? Tá ali em cima. Eu acredito que seja uma ruína, né? Nossa, não lembro desse lugar.
Here we are. Welcome to Liyue's Institute of Toy Research.
Yeah, we're here! I can already hear the sounds of machinery inside. Awesome! What is this place? And how do you know about it?
Based on my limited understanding, I believe this is one of Dottoro's research facilities. Dottore is another one of the Fatui Harbingers. He loves tinkering with old things. It's a personal passion of his. So, he converted these ruins into a Ruin Guard research lab.
Huh? So the Ruin Guards are built by the Fatui?
No, they have much closer connections to the Abyss. So, strictly speaking, they're as much our enemies as anyone else's. We just do research, nothing more. As to why the Ruin Guards have been moving outside of this area recently, I can only imagine that he's gotten bored of playing around with them and has lost interest in this place.
Então, mas eu tô curioso pra jogar, tipo, com um personagem, sabe? Desse elemento dendro.
Wow, yet another Harbinger with a bad attitude. But at least this explains why you were totally okay with bringing TEUCER here. Seems you did your homework ahead of time.
Well, I wouldn't go quite that far. I actually have no idea what this place is like on the inside.
Wait, so are you or are you not worried about your brother's safety?
Of course I am. But no matter what the danger is, I will parry it. Isn't that what any older brother would do? Even TEUCER understands that, now that he knows what he's fighting for. It's the very same reason that's been nestled in my own heart for so many years.
What are you guys chatting about? Come on, let's go.
All right, follow me.
E lá vamos nós. Elemento recomendado: água.
Brother, someone was saying that Mr. Cyclops is a killing machine.
Were they now? What a silly thing for them to say. And you shouldn't go repeating it either, TEUCER. You're far too young to be talking about...
Yeah, I knew that they were lying anyways. Mr. Cyclops is here to defeat the bad guy.
Right. With Mr. Cyclops around, the bad guys won't...
That's right. Okay, I'm going to go play with Mr. Cyclops now.
Hey, TEUCER, wait up!
Nossa, criança sendo criança, né?
There's another path over there. Let's move.
Legal o visual da ruína aqui, hein? Diferente. Ih, caramba, peraí. Eu tenho que vir pra cá. Mas eu tenho que ir pra lá. Ué, não consigo escalar? Agora eu consigo. Putz, é sério isso? Ah, bacana. Diferente a dungeon, hein? Oh.
No time to lose.
Legal esse Childe, hein? Interessante, hein? Dá até vontade de upar.
Oh, the door opened. Was that you?
That's right. But give me a moment over here, TEUCER. I need to make sure that everything's safe. Maybe I shouldn't have spoiled him quite so much.
Vou ficar esperto aqui para não perder nenhum baú, né? Porque sabe como que é, né? Então...
Those ruin guards have all been strung up. Where are they being taken to?
I don't know, but if there's a
Save
chance
point.
it's where TEUCER is, we need to stop this before things get ugly.
Bolzinho. Deixa eu ver o que tem pra cá. Tem um menininho ali, beleza. Pegar uma maçãzinha aqui. E vamos lá. Isso é um puzzle, né? Provável. Ou não.
No time to lose.
Pô, tem mais? Pô, gostei do Childe, hein, meu? Dá até vontade de upar o meu, hein? Sei não, hein? Muito recurso, né, meu? Complicado. Não dá pra entrar aqui? Não. Vamos ver. Tem uma aranhita ali. Ah. Opa.
No time to lose. TEUCER, see that big stone cube in front of you? I need your help.
Yay! Do I really get to help my big brother out?
You bet. Now I'll count down from 3, and then we touch it together. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Agora eu me pergunto, e se o menino não tivesse entrado lá sozinho, como é que eu ia abrir isso aqui? Eu consigo destruir isso aqui? Não, né? Não. Como eu passo aqui sem tomar dano?
That's bright. What is that?
It's a witch ray that will turn you into a little lamb if it hits you. So stay out of its way.
That's scary.
Mas eu sou burro pra caramba, né? É óbvio, cacete, viu? As ideias, mano. Pronto, é assim que se passa sem tomar dano. Sobe, mano. Tipo, meio óbvio, né? Vai, robozão.
I could get used to this.
É, também, né? O viajante dava pra fazer o Beregnites lá, né? Deixa eu ver se não tem mais nada aqui. Não tem aqui. Deixa eu ver aqui, não tem mais nada. Então, beleza. Vem, moleque.
Back together at last. You're not hurt, are you, TEUCER?
Hurt? No way. This was really fun. Fun for you, maybe. We were all scared to death. What's over there? Wow, this room is huge. Is this where Mr. Cyclops takes his friends when they come to visit?
It is. Impressive, isn't it? Now, how about a little game of hide and seek?
Huh? Now? But...
É, né? Porque a gente tem que enfrentá-los. Você não pode ver
I have a
isso.
surprise for you, you know.
A surprise? Oh, what sort of surprise?
Don't worry, you'll have the chance to look for it later. But before that, you have to close your eyes, turn around, and count down from 60.
Não, é sério que eu vou ter que matar os monstros em 1 minuto.
60 is a really...
Tá certo.
No time to lose.
60, 59, 58...
There's not much time. Let's clear all these hazards out.
Ó a porcaria, ó. Nível 71. Você acha que eu tô preparado pra fazer isso aqui?
Don't worry, it's all part of the surprise.
Ó a merda.
Riptide.
É óbvio que vai dar ruim.
Skip a few numbers, you little rascal.
You noticed. Alright. 15, 14, 13...
This doesn't look good.
É, isso fazia parte do plano, porque ia ser impossível matar 4 bichos desse em 1 minuto, velho.
3, 2, 1... Okay, you ready?
Give me another 10 seconds, TEUCER. Still hiding.
Aí agora ele vai mostrar o quão
Alright, 10 seconds, that's it.
bom ele é. Quer ver? Em 10 segundos ele vai matar todo mundo aí, ó. É isso aí, boa. Pena que tu não faz isso.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1... Coming, ready or not?
Por que ele não faz isso no jogo mesmo?
This is everything I've ever dreamed of! It's Mr. Cyclops' world!
Mano. Meu. Tipo assim, velho. Por que o personagem não tem essas habilidades muito loucas, velho? Tipo, ele se transformou, né? Vocês viram aí que ele se transformou na cutscene, pá, e tal. Ficou poderoso, pá. Por que não tem uma mecânica dessa no jogo? Tudo bem, ia ser overpower, mas pô, mó da hora, velho. Pensou você se transformar assim, fazer esses Big Knights e tal. Podia ser a ult dele, né?
But Paimon wonders if he'll be alright after using the Valve Legacy transformation again.
Mancada, hein? Mancada. Isso é mancada. Mancada do game, velho.
Boy, if these Mr. Cyclopses weren't so big, I'd sure love to take one home. Where'd my brother go?
É, boa pergunta.
Aren't you guys supposed to be playing hide and seek? Oh, that's right. I was so excited that I forgot all about our game. Well, let's go look for him together, okay?
Ah, nossa, que belo esconderijo, cara. Eu não estou te vendo. Não estou te vendo mesmo. O meu Kaia morreu? Como o meu Kaia morreu? Que momento ele morreu? Tá tirando, hein? Deixa eu ver se não tem baúzinho aqui. Alguma coisinha, né? Vai saber. Vamos ver. Não tem mesmo. Nada, nada. Nada, nada mesmo. Então... E aí, cara? Belo esconderijo, mano.
It's a good thing that you two found me first. Looks like using the foul legacy transformation while I was still injured took more out of me than I thought. I have no idea what I'd do if TEUCER saw me like this. Look at me, deflated as a burst balloon.
Então, né? Isso que eu tô pensando. Ele tem também domínio sobre o poder electro, né? Ele não é só Hydro. Quando ele se transforma, ele vira o bichão, né? Electro. Tipo... Eles vão desperdiçar essa mecânica do personagem, cara. Bem triste isso, né? Tipo, ele pode se transformar num bicho electro, mas a gente não pode usar ele como personagem, pelo menos até então, né? É um desperdício, eu acho um desperdício.
You have siblings too, yes? I figured that you probably wouldn't take me out in front of my little brother.
Ele podia mudar a habilidade que ele muda, quer dizer, a habilidade dele, né, mudar, né? Ele tira o arco e ele pega a lança lá de água, né? Ele podia mudar de elemento, né? Sei lá.
Like I said, I can never pass on an opportunity to test my limits.
Mas o bichão é foda, hein, mano? Esse Childe aí é monstrão, hein?
I'm always getting stronger. Anyway, childhood dreams are all too easily shattered. Even if you just leave them be, they will fall to pieces all by themselves. So someone has to protect them, right? If you make a promise, you keep it. If you make a mistake, you apologize.
Mano, tipo um bagulho mó nada a ver, mas tipo o Childe é o Vegeta, né? O cara era vilão, aí não é vilão, aí agora o cara quer ficar mais forte que o protagonista, mas aí é isso aí, pá e tal.
You defend it to the end. That is what family is all about, isn't it? Remind you of something, did I?
Quit the tough guy act already. You need to see a doctor right away, mister.
Doutor? Tem hospital aqui?
Fine suggestion, but first, I have a little something for TEUCER. Please give it to him on my behalf.
Huh? Is this a Mr. Cyclops action figure?
Cadê o bichão? Cadê o boneco?
Indeed. I had made it to order by a smith some time back. I had intended to give it to him on my return to Snezhnaya, but it seems that it would make a better souvenir at this point.
Wow. Now that Paimon thinks about it, Child's family are really lucky to have him, aren't they?
I'll also need you to explain my abrupt departure to TEUCER. You'll help me out, won't you? The cold will kill the pinky that once betrayed your friend. The frost will freeze your tongue off so you never lie again. That nursery rhyme brings back so many delightful memories. TEUCER taught you that one, did he? All right. Thank you.
Ah, ó o bonequinho, rapaz. Eu posso ver o bonequinho? Deixa eu ver o bonequinho. Quero ver o bonequinho aqui. Deixa eu ver. Pensou, eu destruo esse negócio, cara? Aí eu bugo o jogo, né? Vamos dar o bonequinho pro menininho, vai. Chega mais.
I can't find him anywhere. Where did he go?
Pô, eu tava ali do lado conversando com ele, você não viu, mano?
Really? Where is he? Yeah, so he had to leave in a real hurry. He didn't abandon you here on purpose. Oh, well, that's great. But still, I was kind of hoping we could play here a little longer. Wow, look at this! I never knew that they made Mr. Cyclopses in this size! Look, it even has my name on it! It's my very own Mr. Cyclops! You're really loving it, huh? You bet! My brother is the best big brother ever! You had a tour of Liyue, you met your brother, visited the Institute of Toy Research, and got yourself a souvenir! Now that's what we tour guides call the perfect trip! Do you think you're ready to head back to Snezhnaya now? Don't worry. I know I can't get my way all the time. That'd just be annoying for everyone else. So...
Poxa, não tem nenhum baúzinho, mano. Tadinho. Que triste. Ah, tem, lógico que tem. Burro. Meio michuruca esse baú, hein? Mas... legal essa dungeon. Muito boa. Caramba, missão cumprida, cara, essa aqui do Childe, hein? Isso é louco. Onde ele tá? Oxi. Ih, caralho. Bugou? Que porra é esta? Vamos lá. Terminar logo. Sobe, 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 sobe.
Sir,
Young Master TEUCER, I've been waiting for you.
Did Childe send you?
That's correct. Master Childe instructed me to arrange for young Master TEUCER's return trip.
Who are you? My big brother always tells me never to go off with strangers. But you've been following us around this whole time.
Isso é verdade, isso é verdade. Ela tem um ponto.
Yeah, that's because I've known who you are all along. What? My brother told us all about you in a letter he sent back home. Sister Tonya read it to me. I actually recognized you the moment I saw you. I just couldn't remember your name. What a strange twist of fate.
Young Master TEUCER, the boat to Snezhnaya will dock soon. We'd best prepare for boarding.
Eu podia pegar esse barco e ir pra esse lugar aí, né?
Time really flies when you're having fun.
Isso que ele falou é verdade.
See you, Mr. Nice Guy. I'll wait for you back home. You definitely have to come visit Snezhnaya sometime.
Eu também espero.
Pinky promise? You make a pinky promise, you keep it all your life. You break a pinky promise, Paimon throws you on the ice. The cold will kill the pinky that once betrayed your friend. The frost will freeze your tongue off so you never lie again.
Ai, carambolas, viu? Muito bom, muito bom.
It's a promise then. Bye-bye, TEUCER. Have a safe trip.
Welcome to the Northland Bank.
Hey.
Childe? So you were here this whole time? What are you hiding for? Why didn't you come and say goodbye?
Partings are special moments. If he spent his final moments in Liyue seeing me all haggard and weak like this, that's not a memory I want him to leave with. Still, it is a shame that I couldn't see him off by myself. I should have been the one taking him back. I do have subordinates to escort him, but I still feel a little uneasy.
Jeez, don't you think you've spoiled him enough already?
I can't quite explain it, but somehow I felt much more at ease leaving him in your care. And, yes, I almost forgot. Remuneration for your services, which I really couldn't have done without the...
Aha! So you do have a heart after all.
One other thing. Don't forget our promise now. Let's have a rematch when we get the chance. This time, with my honor as a harbinger on the line.
You best go rest up first. Don't come crying to us when you lose all over again.
Regardless of who wins or loses our next bout, I'd also like to invite you over to my home. I'll introduce you to my other siblings, Tonya and Anthon. They're great kids, and I'm very proud of them both.
We'll take you up on that offer. Mostly because we already...
I'm sure that he'll be very excited to see you too. Well, that settles it. I'm looking forward to it. Farewell, my friends. Till we meet again. In Snezhnaya.
Spoiler! Temos um spoiler aqui. É um lugar que a gente vai ir mais pra frente, provavelmente. Ó, 44 mil. Uma boa graninha. Vamos sair daqui. Oi. Bom, manos, eu vou parar por aqui. Vou parar a live agora por aqui, porque já fiz coisa pra caramba hoje. E sei lá o que tem pra fazer mais, a não ser fazer farm e coletas. Tem essas quests aqui pra fazer ainda também, né? Não só essas, eu sei que tem mais. Mas acho que por hoje já deu, né? Por hoje já fiz bastante coisa, então eu vou parar a live por aqui. Beleza? Então, deixa eu ver aqui onde eu estou. Beleza. Então é isso aí, galera. Até a próxima aí. Beleza? Valeu aí pela presença, mano. Valeu, Davi. Espero que a sua conta volte ao normal logo aí. Que esse bug se resolva logo para você poder usufruir aí dessas partes aí do game aí, beleza? Qualquer coisa, mano, chama aí pelo canal aí que é nóis, mano. Tamo junto, beleza, mano? Valeu, mano.